Okay, the different arts within martial arts. Sometimes people, when they're looking at martial arts, if they have a little bit less understanding of it or they're a little less familiar with the martial arts, obviously the question comes out, well, what art should I train in? So get a kind of an understanding of the different martial arts that are available to you. And we explain this other places, but really you have that basic dichotomy between you have the war arts, the functional martial arts, and you have the martial sports, martial ways, kids arts. That's the two directions you got to start off with. If you want this to function for you, is that your first thing, and you want it to be something that's, you know, that you enjoy and that's useful to you as a person, or do you really just want to play this as a sport? If you do, that's fine. A lot of people like to play martial arts as a sport. They like to do it with their kids. They want to be out there and have their 7-year-old come out and do class with them, or they want to compete. They want to go to the UFC. They want to go to the Olympics. Whatever it might be that interests you. If you like martial sports, that's great. But that's the first choice you have to make. But generally, most of what you're going to find is some version of those Budo arts, martial ways, martial sports. So, and they do different things. You're going to find like a Taekwondo school, of course, is mostly kicking, and the kicking like you see in the movies, jump kicks, spin kicks, double kicks, triple kicks. It's going to look like a Chuck Norris thing to you, although he's actually a Tang Sudo guy and other things, but that sort of thing. You've got the hard martial arts, like whether it be boxing, which is just all hand striking, of course, kickboxing, you're going to be punching and kicking, MMA combines kickboxing with some grappling. It's actually like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is actually Judo's ground game. So sport grappling combined with the kicking and the punching, usually heavier contacts. Muay Thai from Thailand is very hard, you know, kicking, punching, elbows and knees even in Muay Thai, so they're a little bit rougher. But it's combative. It's a sport, but very rough sport. That's kind of the way it goes. Judo does throws and holds and locks. Aikido does redirecting a person. Tai Chi is more of a health art. You know, the very slow motion things that are going on. You'll see that, you know, on videos or in the movies or whatnot. But those are different possibilities. And then you have in the other corner of martial arts, you have the functional martial arts. You have the Krav Maga, so which is has the functional karate, is a mix of the functional karate and some jiu-jitsu, some weapons defenses. And it's combative, it's simple and combative. We add to that others of the war arts to give you a more complete understanding of that. You've got the old-fashioned jiu-jitsu, the real thing. You've got the original karates, the war arts versions, what they call them, the karates, the bujutsu, the karate, the okinawa-te. You've got the more functional kung fu's, those are harder to find. What you're finding when you're finding our school, it's just harder to find. It's not, it's easier to put 58-year-old children in a room and than it is to do serious martial arts. You need a higher level instructor to do real martial arts. You can run those 8-year-olds. You can have a bunch of 14-year-old junior black belts helping you out with that class. It's just easier structurally to run that, to take care of. I mean, running a class is going to be more of an adventure because they're kids, and the discipline, everything else you have to do. But as far as to physically fill a room with 8-year-olds is easier than to do serious, hardcore, real-life, functional martial arts that people want to really be able to take care of themselves with, and you have an obligation to teach them real skills that will really work, so they have the peace of mind of knowing they can do it. And if they ever need to do it, like in our case, we've got some students that work high-risk jobs. We've had many occasions, especially those students who've had to defend themselves. It's always worked 100% for them because we teach them those real skills. We have an obligation to really show you that real stuff. But what we do here is very hard to find. But that's when you look at schools, that's what you have to look at. Beyond that, look at things like even whatever sports schools, whatever you want to do. See how the school is, see how it's presented. Is it clean? Is it well organized? The instructors, the head instructor, do you have access to that person? They should have, ideally find a head instructor that's got at least 15, 20 years of experience minimum, and then good. You know, they have to continue to be learning that entire time. It's not just they've been doing martial arts that long and just passing the time. Presumably they've been doing it that long, and I'm assuming they've been progressing, and you should be able to see that they have that level of expertise. For here at the school, I've been in the arts almost 40 years. I'll be, at time of the taping, I'll be 52 in the fall. You want somebody with a long time of really good experience that they've been building on and learning that whole time. they can really, that much teaching experience, that much martial arts experience, they can translate that to you. And that's what you also want to see. How good can this person explain it to you? Are they explaining it to the other people? Look at the students, look at the, find out what the rank structure is if they have one, or who the middle level students are if they can figure it out. In a school with a belt structure, that'll usually be the green belts and blue belts. Look where they are. That's where you're going to be in a couple of years. See how skillful they are. They should definitely be skillful at what they do. So these are the type of things you want to look at when you're looking for a school. You should be able to go into the school, you should be able to try it out, meet the head instructor, see who's actually teaching the class. In my school, I'm the head instructor. I teach the vast majority of the classes. That is unusual. Usually I'm a 7th degree black belt. Normally, the way it's set up, you don't really see the head master of the school as much. If you do, that's a good sign. A lot of times the junior black belts are teaching. If you're a black belt there, if you're a brown belt there, you might get to train with the head instructor. Sometimes they just don't. If they don't, then it doesn't matter how good that guy is. It matters how good the junior instructors are that actually teach the classes that you'll be participating in. So look at that. Look at the school, look at the level of the overall level of the school, see how good the students seem to be to your eye, see how you like the school, how the vibe is on the school, how the interactions with the students is. Do you enjoy the other students? Do you enjoy the instructor? Does the system make sense to you? Does it grab you? Martial arts done correctly should be, you get out there and see it, should be phenomenal. You should see it, be like, wow, this is amazing, I really like this. If you're not getting that really solid level of excitement from the high quality of training you're seeing, you're probably not seeing high quality training. You have this much interest in martial arts to go this far, you should be seeing things that really, that really interest you and that really resonate with you. If you don't, move on, look for another place. So that's a little sense of an overview how to pick a school. Look for these things, try out the classes, see if it grabs you. In our case, you try out the classes. We have an admissions process here, as we discuss other places. So you're going to try out the classes. We're going to see if it's a good fit, good for you. Are you a good person with a good attitude that's going to be a positive for our school? We're basically an exclusive private school, but really it comes down to what kind of person you are, what kind of attitude you have. We look for good people, and we have really good people in the school, so when you come in, you're going to have that experience. It would be nice if the school if you're looking at a school, if it's not ours, they have some kind of admission standards to to let everybody in. That will make a difference to the quality of your class experience, of your martial arts experience. You don't just want to be out there someplace that just pulls everybody in. This guy's got a credit card and I'll sign him up. I don't care what kind of person they are, I'll bring them out. That's not a place you want to train. They should have some standards. I don't know, always people don't generally worry about that stuff. We do. You should worry about it as well, as far as what kind of school you're going to be involved with. So look at those things. Look at the instruction, look at the other students, look at the system, look at what your needs are, what you want out of martial arts, and make sure the martial art you're participating in actually will give that to you. If you have questions, even if maybe what we're doing isn't your flavor, feel free to give us a call. I'll be happy to help you out a little bit. Otherwise, if this resonates with you, come and see us. You can try it in person and see what it's like for yourself.